I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a reading for the brutal murder of 3 young children. So Chad Doerman, who's 32, from Ohio, allegedly killed his 3 sons, Clayton, who was 7, Hunter, who was 4, and Chase, who was 3 at the time. I think he shot them. The mother was holding, allegedly, the 3-year-old, and he was ripped out of her arms. She's alive, I believe. She's a 34-year-old woman, if I'm not mistaken. But in the article that I read, they hadn't released her name or anything like that. So, I wanted to look into what the motive and reason for this brutal murder of his 3 sons, why he killed them, and see what led to this tragedy. So let's get to it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me. Wrap me in your white light. Keep me safe from anything negative or anything that wishes me harm. Spirit guides, can you please show me the tarot? Why did Chad Doerman kill his 3 children, 3 young sons? Can you please show me the tarot the motive and reason why he murdered his 3 young sons? Why did he do this? So we have the 5 of Swords. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. Oops. Way too many there. Just flew out. We have the 5 of Pentacles. The Fool, Temperance in reverse. One more that represents the reason why he killed. And we have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. And on the bottom is the 6 of Cups. So I'm going to take a couple of moments to meditate with my cards so that I can get the most from this reading. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so the first thing that really comes through strong for me is the fact that I don't necessarily think that this was a plan type thing, like he planned to do what he did necessarily. It doesn't seem like a very planned out, well thought out, well informed decision to make. It seems very spur of the moment, very extreme, very volatile. It seems like there was potentially a lot of tit for tat type energy between him and his wife. It seems like their relationship was very much a trying to get a one up on each other. It became very hostile, aggressive, and trying to get the upper hand on the other. There is a potential with the cards that someone informed him that what was going on ahead of time, not as like a plan to make what happened happen. No, they just liked the drama. They wanted to kind of see it, see the effects of it, get enjoyment and entertainment, like, are you entertained type energy. They set it up for that, just for their pure enjoyment. They were just kind of, poking the bear a little bit, so to speak, just for fun. well, obviously it did not go as they had anticipated it actually going, and went very much an extremely more aggressive and more volatile. Like, they pretty much underestimated the nature of the discord, so to speak. And they just wanted to kind of, hinder the process. Like, this is somebody watching, observing, possibly like a neighbor, someone who could see what was going on, that was observing it, called and let him know that what was taking place, just for a show, the pure enjoyment out of it. And an argument ensued, and I believe that he made a very unhinged decision. It seems like he may have struggled, and her too. I pick up that they both had alcohol and possibly drug dependencies, potentially. It could also be multiple various things that led to, like, various things that happened in the past that culminated and led to this particular event. Like betrayals, like get backs, stuff like that. It's potential that he might have found out he wasn't the father of one of the children, or potentially that's him being abusive. I guess that's okay to say, towards them in other various different ways, or vice versa, and using that as a tactic, accusing or being responsible for actually doing, and being scared for the truth to come out. So possibly needing to have like a counselor, like a sit-down meeting with a social worker or something of that nature, and afraid of what might happen if they do accuse you of something like that. Something along those lines. But whatever it was, like, I feel like she had something on him, blackmail-wise, potentially, allegedly, in my opinion. Something that she had in her hand, in her pocket, that she was using as a manipulation tactic, because that's how things go in divorce. This is not to blame her for anything, because, I don't know. We all have a hand in everything that happens in our lives. We all participate in things that go on. And we're not just passive people. So there's things that we do to contribute, good or bad, to every situation that happens to us in life. And it's not to name or say that she is at all to blame for what transpired. No, at all. But it's important to know, number one, and it's important to see how things can play out when your ego and your anger, your rage, you allow those parts of you to take over, and vengeance becomes the only thing that you're after. There's no low that's too low. It's obsessive. It becomes obsessive, and it's just toxic and negative. And when things become like that, like, sometimes you have to pay consequences for the consequences, or more than you wanted to pay. Like, the losses that you got wasn't worth the win that you had. The victory wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth the losses that you had to incur. Because we all can set chain reactions off in our lives at any moment that can lead to unfortunate circumstances, unfortunate consequences, not only for ourselves, but for our children, the people we love, the people close to us. Unknowingly, we can cause bad things to happen to the people in our lives that we love, in my opinion. And we have to be more mindful of that. We have to be more mindful of the way we approach things and the way we aren't always aware that other people's mental health or mental state isn't just a hair away from being extreme, going overboard, lacking any restraint at all. We don't know what someone's going through, what someone's dealing with, or how far we can push someone. When you're trying to push someone to their breaking point, that's very dangerous territory and unpredictable territory. So, yeah. But I don't think that this was like a planned thing at all. I think this was a very much both-sided, bitter, nasty, toxic, harmful relationship that to her detriment and his led to the events that happened. I feel so terrible about those 3 little babies, those 3 boys. I do pray that they get justice, and I pray for healing for everyone involved in the situation, because no matter what, it's tragic, no matter what. We can't write people off as just an evil monster either, guys. I just want to say we are all human, mistakes are none. Yes, acts are evil, things that happen are evil, and ununderstandable. You can't grasp them. However, the dynamics that led to the results are important and aren't just bred for evil. It's over a chain. Like, literally, these things don't happen because someone is just pure evil. That this situation doesn't just occur as a one-time thing. Not a one-time thing. What I'm trying to say is these things don't just occur out of nowhere. They don't. There is a build-up in someone's life from the moment they're born. There's traumas, there's things that build up to the inevitable outcome that occurs. And the things that lead there are the parts that shouldn't be glossed over, I guess you could say. They shouldn't be dismissed as being unimportant. They're important so that these things can be recognized in our own lives. We can recognize them in people close to us lives and hopefully prevent things like this from happening. Use the tragedies that unfortunately occur and use them to hopefully help in the future ourselves and the people that we love. Make something good out of the negative that was brought. At least make it mean something. Their lives, their deaths, the tragic ends of people's lives mean something more, something good, something that isn't negative but more so positive. Learn something valuable because they gave their lives for it,
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I I feel the rain crashing down. All around this empty town, I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare.